Good morning in the sky. Here I come. Okay, that's enough to start with. I'm not going to be here long. I got my Ventico water. Y'all, my voice is always draining in the mornings. These allergies be kicking my boot thing. Good morning. Yeah, y'all hit the diamonds. Y'all up in the sky. Hit those DIAMONDS diamonds. Back this up a little bit more while I'm still completing my stuff. Okay. Okay, y'all. Y'all drop down out that sky. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all drop out that sky. Good morning, everybody in the sky. Good morning. Yes, indeed. I just wanted to say good morning to y'all in person. Y'all going back behind the thing. Yeah, yes, I'm going back behind the thing. First, I was getting used to me just coming on here and myself. Now I'm starting to like to be behind the scene. But I just want to just say hi in person. That's all. What is this? I'm hitting the wrong stuff already. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Y'all, I don't know. I just been in one of those moods where I really haven't been wanting to come down and talk about too much. And I think it's because I think everything that's going on in, quote me, let me quote it, going on in the B sector start getting repetitious for me. It just really start being the same thing over and over again. So I did kind of get a little bored of it. So I don't really know what's going on too much. However, I do look at some every now and then, and when I'm busy, I try to click some on. I watch as much as I can while I'm being busy. Y'all get what I'm saying? And sometimes I wonder, as we get older, is that part of menopause? I'm going to be all over the place because I really don't have one specific thing that I want to talk about. Because like I told y'all, sometimes the first time I wake up in the morning, I feel like I don't know if it's a feeling of depression or what it may be, but I never had it for a long term. Now it'll go away. Then, of course, the sleeping issues. Then, of course, sometimes the sweats. And menopause is not nothing you get and then it just go away. It's just different symptoms all the time at different times, in your life. So I'm wondering is that part of it? Because I just haven't really been interested in too much of it. And my niece is here with me, and she kind of been wanting to jump on here. So yesterday, I let her. She hosted about 20-minute video yesterday morning because she keep up with all the celebrity news. Well, I watch it too, but I'm usually mostly on the YouTube stuff because that's what everybody like in this sector for some reason. Because when you talk about positive stuff, you don't see too many people want to come and hang around. Well, when you just getting into all the beefing that I'm thinking, to me, I just didn't want to do it because it came repetition. Um, then they hang, oh, good live, for something like that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I love to come down and laugh and get in there and do the commentary on all the foolishness. Don't take it wrong, but I'm just saying it just, I don't know, it just been kind of weird for me, So let me come down and speak on that a little bit because I was trying to start the conversation the other day about that. I was even asking people about what do you do with a loved one also when they start getting up in life and refuse to leave their home but I guess nobody want to hear about that kind of stuff. So, which is fine, because it doesn't matter to me right now if while you live, if somebody interested in that, because they're gonna always watch the replay. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, and like whenever something goes on, everybody tends to run to that one thing, and everybody speak on just that one thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like that Kanye West Kim Kardashian thing is constantly going on. And everybody's speaking on that because I'm going to have to speak on that too because it's an ongoing thing. Because his wife finally spoke out too about the situation. Oh, I didn't know you was on here just because. I'm glad you're there because I be needing him sometimes. I didn't know you was there. Let me fix this now. So that's what's really been going on. But my niece, she does a great job. She does a great job. And you're right, Manny. You're so right, Manny. You get tired of drama. Yeah, it's and all the time I've been coming on here. Good morning, Flo. Uh, do my roasting gagging, even when I was over there on the mess tray. And at times I got tired, but not this tired that I'm speaking of to the point where I say, let me bag up and take a break for a couple of days. It's just the way it is. You do get tired of the same thing over and over again. So I don't know. I'm gonna drop the link and let somebody speak on that too in the few things I mentioned, and we can talk about this ongoing saga. Uh, Kanye. Look like that's gonna be going on. Like yesterday, when my niece was speaking, she didn't want to speak on tomorrow. She said she'll let me handle that. So I was gonna talk about that too, because the family really, came out and toast and stuff. So even lipstick out of y'all is boring. I don't care if they hear me saying this. They don't really have nothing too much to say on that either, but the same person over and over and over again. I said, oh, ain't nothing even going on over here. So this right now is just open chat. If anybody want to jump on, I drop the link to talk about any and everything. Cause like I said, I don't really know too much of what's going on here too. I'm quite sure something is going on. Probably I could kind of guess what's going on. I could predict what's still going on, but I don't want to do that. I don't know. So it's just open whatever anybody may want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And so let me look at these crazy people for a while. I'm going to start, if anybody interested in that, well, they're not crazy, but they coming on out with their business. You know how we all think sometimes that people and money have it together and they really don't have it together. But we always have a feeling that behind closed doors, and people ain't everything all peaches and cream like they want to make it seem like. And I'm talking about Kanye West and his wife, Kim. They've been considering a divorce now for weeks. And they said weeks, but it was probably for more than that because, see, they have to put on those fronts for the camera. Like when we were seeing Khloe and Tristan together, those were times when he maybe visited his child and they got together and they took a happy picture. Then they posted or whatever to make it look like that they're a couple, So they do just as work as the small people, even here on YouTube, they're putting on that front of what they are, but behind closed doors is just something totally different. You know what I'm saying? It's just something totally different. Okay. And so we're gonna talk about that too, because I'm gonna read the article in a minute. Let me see somebody writing me. Okay. But anyway, So that's it. So let me read what these people are saying on here. Yeah. Because like I said, even them don't look like. But one thing I always liked about them is just one person over there. I think it's Charlotta. Always correct me if I do a typo in my if I do a typo when I say good morning to y'all in my title. And sometimes I really don't be knowing. Then if I look over there, they'll mention that. So let me go back to the typo. Yeah, so I'm not into it like that. Okay. That's what she said. She says, many as you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. Anyone who has this or has a loved one in their life who does not know how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand, she wrote. I've never spoken publicly about this, how this has affected us at home because I am very protective of my children, Kanye's right to privacy. But that's not true. They're protected of that persona that they want to put on. We know it's all not true. That's what they're protected of. And then the Chris didn't say too much, but he said his kids would never be on the pole. His kids would never do porn. His kids would never do a strip, and he don't want them around his mother-in-law, and so forth and so forth. So they kind of getting on my nerves too. The way they want to come out and just keep talking and starting to drag the man. They knew the man had a problem, before they even, but can't even marry her. She knew the man was bipolar. When nobody else gonna marry her, after all the men they went through. You know what I'm saying? So right there shows you that something's wrong even when he married her, to tell the truth about it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're trying to speak. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So that's what I was assuming. And so then, like I say, the YouTube stuff, we know what's going on, but the fair has been calling and they're going by and Teresa going back and forth calling. But I hear, and I didn't see it myself, that the lady was saying some good stuff. The Tracy was letting her know how it go. And no, she can't go to jail or anything like that for saying some words. Have no actions been taken. Okay. So people all up in arms about that. So it's just, I don't know, ain't too much going on as far as I'm concerned that's, really worth discussing. Because we've kind of been discussing it. Okay. We'll have to take a sip of that vinegar water. Too many likes. Yeah. So what y'all think? I'm gonna be dropping a link because, like I said, I'm just on here winging it. It's not really nothing too much that I'm very interested in at this point. And Kris Jenner breaks her silence, and then the Tamara people, and basically that's it. But my niece talked about Tommy Lee, the one that used to play on, used to be on Love and Hip Hop. She on the reality show, her daughter's 16. 17, something like that. She's pregnant. She wanted her to get an abortion. She still want to get an abortion. But from what I understand, the girl is 6 months pregnant. And then she said, well, you had me early. True. But parents don't want their children to go through the same thing they go through. So we be trying to teach them, well, I did this. I don't want you to go through this. Basically, that's what it is. I think it's protection, but she waited too late to try to get her to get an abortion. And maybe she waited too late to tell her. Wow, let me see what this TMZ be doing the most, too. Tamara Braxton family is puzzled by her boyfriend's action that night of the parent suicide attempt, and they're alarmed by his influence over her emotions. I don't know why they're alarmed by his influence over emotions. They knew that when she got with him. They say how he was disrespectful, how we're going to be seeing it on the show when it air. But they did say some of that breakdown was because of him. Because I never did believe she tried to out herself. They said that David, he's the one that got angry about the show's content and how he was portrayed in it. And his reaction in turn made Tim more upset. Well, I can imagine him howling at her and doing the most with her. He might be abusive to the point he probably slapping her around because he mad at TMZ at how he was portrayed. He could be. Let's see. I'm starting to think he's not bipolar. People tend to be misdiagnosed and it may give adverse effect to people. Yeah, I do. Could be, Flo. Could be. But maybe that's why he don't take his medication, because he said that he can't, write his music. He can't be, creative with him walking around here looking like a zombie. And if he feels that way, I wouldn't want to take it either. Because some of that medicine make people worse from what I see. I mean, they be walking around just looking like they can't move or say anything at all. Like a total zombie. Yeah, welcome, TZ. Anyway, I'm gonna start dropping my link if y'all want to speak on either one of them people, Tamara, him, Tommy Lee, the stuff that's going to YouTube with that calling that FBI situation. We're not gonna even touch April Walker no more because I don't want it to be a drag session because this one lady still over there talking about it as if she dragging her and all I did. Her name is Dee Dee Love. That's where I first got it, which made me go over there and look. I mean, come on now. I mean, you don't have to drag. Everybody do their opinion. It's not a drag session. People are just giving their opinion. Day, she on there this morning talking like that. Well, we understand it all. You have to have an open mind about everybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be, be one-sided with the situation. Of course, we may have did or said different things, but it was nobody. If somebody really feels strongly about something, I don't ever look at nothing as what they said is wrong. I look at that's how they feel. Like our parents are never wrong because they really do in their heart what they feel is right, even though they may be making mistakes, and we can see as some of it might be a mistake, but to them it's not. They do the only thing they know and what they know it to them. So in that respect, I don't think that they be wrong because they feel like they're right. You just got to sometimes correct people and let them know because they really feel like they're doing the right thing. So I don't know. Like this Tommy Lee feel like she's doing the right thing by her daughter because she went through having a child early. But that might necessarily feel right to her. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let me see. What did you say? Oh, okay. But was fine until he started with them. Yes. Yes, she may be on day trying 250. Yes. And y'all think they embarrassed because he running for president and they really think that something is wrong with him? Or could it be they controlled every black man that ever came to that family, but they can't control him? Is that what it is? Could be that too. They cannot control him in the manner that they want to control him. See, because Trish, she controlled Bruce to the point where he wanted to go ahead and transition after all them years, at 60 years old. Now here he want to go back to being a man. Oh, girl, I'm glad I looked up and saw you back there. Good morning.
Hey, I just wanted to kind of patch in a little bit, jump in and now, because you know how my messes with your system. And good morning, everyone. On that Kanye West, it's getting kind of sad because I've always felt like the Kardashians were always, like some of the people were saying in chat, very manipulative with their men. And Kanye, I think Kanye's kind of warning us that something going on with him, and it ain't really his mental state. I mean, I'm sure he's going through some things, but they just have a way of, I don't know what it is. It's not like they got a spell on them or nothing like that, but their influence is so powerful that it just makes the men want to be a part of it. But once you find out what it all entails, it's hard for them to get out. And the Kardashians always want to make the men look like they done lost their damn mind. What else are you talking about?
But do you think because they had him on meds first, that's control him, now he refused to take the meds because to make him like a zombie, you know what I'm saying? He can't write or do anything, do nothing creative while he on that medication. And they can't control him like the way they was doing everybody before him. And by the way, y'all let me know if she breaking up on y'all side because she's freezing on mine. Cause y'all people tell me,
Yeah, I'm
y'all
gonna
gonna be
jump out
seeing
real
what I
quick,
be
but I
seeing.
just wanted to touch because yeah, I do think that I don't blame him for not taking the meds because I think that they're trying to manipulate his mind in a way in the wrong way. For some, I don't even know why Kim even wanted to get with him. I think she just wanted his status and things like that because she was just a vixen. But yeah, that's real crazy. And that part with Tory Lanez and my girl Meg, that's real sad. I can't wait to find out the story on that one. Who else did you mention, Miss Bliss? In your storyline. I'm sorry, baby girl. I forgot half of the topics that you were talking about because I was moving
That's
around.
okay. That's okay. It took me out anyway. I knew I was gonna go out once you come on. You was freezing on my side, and then it just took me out. I don't think you seen that because y'all say y'all don't be seeing that. I'm back
No,
on.
it
I wish y'all
doesn't
could
mess
see me
with it.
because
I
I
know
went
that
out.
it
I just had to
does.
come back in, but I'm gonna go hide again. No, I
Okay,
really
well,
don't
I'm
have
gonna
to
go
hide.
ahead,
Yeah.
Miss Blanche. I'm
Huh?
gonna hop on because I'm gonna go ahead and jump out because I don't want to knock your connection out. But yeah, I think they're really doing something to Kanye, and hopefully he can get out of it before he really gets jacked up.
Okay.
All right, baby.
All right, baby. Thank you for coming on. I'm gonna drop the link again. Y'all keep saying this over and over. It is so weird when her and Debbie come on. Y'all say y'all don't be seeing them freezing stuff on y'all side, but I start freezing, then I go completely out. It's something about our connections or something. I don't know. It's just really weird situation. But I didn't mind going out. I knew I was since I gave her a chance to say what she wanted to say. I mean, I didn't knock myself out. It knocked me out. But I'm gonna keep dropping the link too. They are part of Kim code. This is a part of the prophecy. Okay, we'll have to go deeper into that flow because I don't know about all that like that. Because people do be saying that certain things be going on and the numbers thing. And I had never been into all that like that because, I'm a Christian. But my mind is always open to new stuff and everybody's religion, no matter what it is. Because I don't knock nothing that nobody believe in. I don't knock nobody's religion. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in what you believe in, especially if you believe in Christ stuff, was this one guy. So, oh, okay. I don't, let me see something. Somebody wrote me said, let me write this back. Give me a minute, y'all. Okay. All right. I had somebody text me something. I had to answer them back. But I don't know, y'all. Let me drop this link just because they have a crack effect on blackmail notice. Oh, he the only one. He started complaining about it on the show. He started he started complaining about it on the show. How long they stayed married? 60 days, 90 days. He thought they was a crazy family. And he didn't like the way that girl was joking. Hey baby, hey April. He didn't like the way Khloe would always joke with him. He voiced that they did not understand why he wouldn't conform to the way that they wanted him to act. Especially when they had that one scene and Kim was crying about losing that $13,000 earring, whatever it called, in the pool, in the water. And when I was trying to calm her down, oh, well, you got insurance, you this, you that. Yeah, she didn't care. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that went. Let me see. Exactly. I don't care if anyone marries, Kanye need to help. And I would say the name if he wasn't a black woman. Exactly. Well, he might need some of the help though, Laurie, but they want him to walk around like a zombie. They want him to control him, and he's the only one no medication that they couldn't control out of all those men. And every time one of them marry into that family, something happens to them. Look at Lamar. Look at that boy. What was his name? The alcoholic one that was with the oldest one. That was with Courtney. Scott Disick. Whatever man come through there. You know what I'm saying? But Ray J got out of it soon. Okay. Reggie got out and Chris. But anyone that really hung around a long time, and the black ladies that they call their friends, they never hold a friendship, like I said. They get friends just to give it their man. Okay. That's what I've been saying. Just believe me, just Google. And it'll sure tell you all the men that Khloe was with and who they was with before that and if she was friends with them. You know what I'm saying? April, I'm glad you're here, baby, because I didn't want you to take offense the other day of people just giving their opinion on what you were saying, because that's all it was. All of us had different opinions. The brothers, that's all that was. Messed up people that don't talk about that, because you were very adamant in what that was, liquor or whatever. He was diagnosed bipolar project. Oh, was he? Okay. See, I didn't know that. Because you know what? I didn't really Kanye. I liked his music, but I wasn't really down hard Kanye follower. And and I would hear things. I would watch it once in a while. But I did watch that concert that he had when he had that episode when he was talking to Jay-Z and Bay about not letting the kids come play with the kids. But see, it, the baby didn't want to be around those Kardashians. Still don't. She didn't want to have no like, oh, we're gonna be we couples, we're gonna go out together, and still right to this day, you know, to her they was beneath her, and it was because they worked hard to get where she is. She didn't want her to think, oh, because you this famous porn star or whatever, soft porn, whatever y'all do, because that's how y'all started. Now all of a sudden you kumbaya. No, I wasn't gonna be like that. No, it just wasn't. I didn't know that. I did not know that, Flo. I did not know that. And thank you for the few people here that wanted to talk. Because, like I said, I hope y'all giving me my likes this morning. Because everything just be in slow motion to me today. hmm You know what, Laurie? We all be upset when our parents died, which I don't remember how emotional I was because I was a child, but my sister, older sister, my dad raised me. But he must have really been a really mama's boy for it still to be affected right here. And don't get me wrong, people gonna always feel that hurt when their parents die, but they tend to move on. I don't think they get that depressed. I don't know. And it's hard for me to say how people grieve over their parents. I can't not, say how long you're supposed to grieve or whatever, because it is his mother. You're gonna always feel hurt. But to the point where it made him depressed like this all his life. Because usually people move on and have those fond memories that they hold forever in their heart, forever and a day in their heart. But people keep saying he got like this when his mother passed. So he must have been a total mama's boy. And I don't know, y'all, because I don't really watch him that much to check him out and learn too much about him. Do he got siblings? Was he the only child? Then that explain maybe he was very smart and maybe spoiled and maybe he was really, really a total mama's. I mean, more so than what we see. Because you have mama's boy, which is not bad at all. Because if a man treats his mama good, he's gonna treat your woman good. And people always have said that, and that's the truth. See how that man treat his woman, because then he understand women, he gonna treat women good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. They keep saying that. I mean, yes, it does, Laurie, but how long this been? Because I've seen mama boys that grieve, but after a while they just start having fond memories to hold in their heart and to talk about it. And I may be wrong, I don't know, but they don't, get to the point where they start being depressed and having mental issues. But I guess some do. Looking at Kanye, from what I understand it, I don't know. Oh, he was. See, that explains it. Then that's what I said. Wow, he was the only child. I can imagine how spoiled he was and how she babied her baby. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all wrong with that. Okay, baby, I'll drop it. Nothing at all is wrong with that. So I was wondering, so that explains it. And so that me, him, and his mom was very close. Oh, that truly explains it. Wow. Because y'all know what I'm saying. You know how some people just start holding up fond memories and move on and then teach their kids about their mom and how she was and this and that. I don't know. Wow. Let me see. Did the link get dropped? Yeah. Grief and exactly, Casey. But I was just saying because um, I've seen men that were mama boys, but then at some point they start everything. They talk about their mom all the time, all the good and the happiness, what they did. To a him, it's the opposite. It's the total. It's still being depressed. So you're right. There's no time limit, especially on a parent. I get that. I was just saying. I was just wondering. He sure it'd be pilled by black. Okay, we can look at it that way too, Sammy. We can. You know what I'm saying? It's just all kind of ways, y'all, to look at everything. Everybody gonna have a different opinion of everything. Oh, that what it was? Sacrifice mother for fame. Oh, okay. Okay. And I heard she's a doctor, she probably was wanting him to do something different. And she probably thought he wasn't gonna be successful in what he's doing, but he would, but he turned out to be successful. Good morning, right to be told.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Okay, baby.
I was coming on to say that some of what they all said that he's an only child. His mother was his biggest fan and his biggest defender because she
Uh-oh.
used to always come out when people were saying, oh, he's cocky. Oh, he said he's arrogant. And she'd say, there's nothing wrong with him claiming to be a genius. There's nothing wrong with him. She was his biggest supporter, biggest fan. And I think that most people who I know who have been diagnosed with bipolarism, they're not diagnosed until their late 20s and 30s. So
Oh,
yeah, that is all these people being diagnosed early and stuff. That's just the pharmaceutical companies trying to get money. True people who have these issues don't suffer until late. And this coupled along with her death, which was a break because she was his best friend. He is the only child. I don't think she has any family either because he doesn't seem to have any aunts and uncles and cousins.
wow.
So yeah, so I mean, to me, I don't know when people they're supposed to get over a loss. I mean, I suffer a loss. It affects me every day. She died years ago. And so I understand that, but that couple, along with him being in the spotlight when she died publicly. He was in the middle of an album coming out. He probably was on the medication right before she died and stopped taking it because he did say before, and this is before he married Kim. He did say before that the medicine um, um, oppresses his creativity. So he
Oh,
doesn't take it when he's trying to do a clothing line or when he's trying to do an album. In this case here, I think and he usually does something a little wonky anyways when he's off his meds. But I think in this case here, it's been too long that he's been off his meds. And that's
oh,
his situation. But I don't find his behavior surrounding his mother odd at all. I don't think he was a mama's boy. I think that unfortunately, like a lot of people, she only had one child. I don't know why people only have one child. Because when you have one child, in my opinion, you are going to be that child's biggest loss when
right.
you die, because you tend to raise your kids like it's just you and that person. And what happens when you pass away? They have no siblings to lean on. When it comes to like even burying somebody, you have to make every decision. I mean, like I said, I had to bury somebody, even down to nail polish, a slip, stockings versus sock, like every single thing. That's a lot to deal with when it's one person. And again, it's just him. He's famous at the same time. She died during having plastic surgery, trying to keep up with the industry.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, she died complications to having lipo. So that's just a lot. Like I don't judge him for that. I just wish that he I think Kim's too accommodating. That's my only like
Yeah, people said
gripe
that.
about her. She's too
Yeah, that.
accommodating because she should make stronger decisions or try to have a stronger influence on him when he is medicated. So
Well,
that
people,
when he's
people always did say some of the black guys want to get with women because they're very submissive. To where a black woman was totally put her foot down. I get that part of it too, and so
yeah,
but that's true. I mean, that is so true. They are to where we say we know that she was too sick to have surgery. I might tell my husband, no, don't put your mama through that. I'm gonna put my foot down. They say, and so maybe that's what it
exactly.
is because April saying that he paid for surgery and everything. She died having that surgery, and then if that happened and it really troubled him that happened, he was on his medication when he let Kim talk into him into having what you call that to lose weight
No,
that surgery. What do you call that?
yes, he had
Yeah,
lipo too.
lipo. He got with them and started having surgery and everything while he was on that medication. You see, so they was controlling him at that time. I don't think he would have had that if he hadn't been walking around with full of that medication like a zombie. I don't know. A lot went on. You hear a lot. And I do get that you can grieve forever the rest of your life about your parents. But then I was thinking, well, as time go on, look like, it would ease a little bit. But I understand it now that everybody is saying he was the only one. Because I wondered, did he have siblings? And I wouldn't have wanted
No,
just one only child. I wouldn't
stop.
have wanted just one only child at all. Because when you pass on who they got, somebody say you got cousins. Cousins is not like siblings, even though you can grow up with them, be close like siblings, but it's still not the same.
It's
Come
not.
on. No, it's not the same.
No, having cousins is not the same at all. They might not even count. You might as well go and get your best friends instead of cousins. But
Exactly, exactly.
yeah, but I do, like I said, my only gripe with her is because I have a friend that has a mental illness, and I can definitely tell when she's off her meds. I can even tell how long she's been off her meds. Um, and it is difficult, but most of the time when I talk to her, it's when she's going back on her meds, and then we kind of talk about, some things. I just feel like I understand why they allow him to be off his meds. What I don't understand is, and this was not her idea, this was his. Why would you have so many kids? Because I know she said she didn't want all them kids. She wanted just the two was fine with her. She'd always said she didn't want to be like her mama, have all them kids. She didn't want to be like Courtney, have all those kids. So why would you let somebody who you know is not mentally stable convince you to have a bunch of kids? Because them
Right.
other two kids, she didn't even carry those kids. So that was definitely a choice and a thought out idea when he was on his meds. But you know how he is off his meds. And now this is funny. Now, okay, so on the funny side of this story, if you've been following his rants, right?
Yeah, I've been
He's
following
talking a
some.
lot of trash about Kris Jenner,
Yeah.
which I think is so funny because I'm like, well, how long did you really feel like she was a trash mama who had her kids doing Playboy?
Yeah, he said his kids is not gonna be on a pole. His kids is not gonna be a stripper. He said his kids is not gonna do soft porn. Oh my God. And he said that he didn't want Kris around his children. See, we didn't know all that's going on looking at the reality show.
I know.
They gotta portray this certain persona, try to fool us all. But I knew something had to be going on behind closed doors. That man, I really couldn't have been that happy. No,
No. But he did kind of change Kim's persona too, because on the show, she used to show everything. And I remember her saying, when she got with him, he taught her how to not be so visual and and transparent, and to just keep certain things to themselves. Which is why you don't see all the details of their marriage and all the details of her, even with her kids. Because he had taught her, not to stay away, not to be out in the streets like that too. But um yeah, I just thought it was funny when I was like, oh, Kris, when he gets back on his meds, y'all might want to have a conversation, because he clearly thinks you a trash mama.
well,
And he telling everybody business. Now he's
yes.
telling everybody that Khloe Kardashian's man was trying to sleep with Kim's best friend. I was like, first of all,
Wait a minute,
Tristan need to
Tristan.
find him another family. That's what Kanye said. That's
Well,
what
I
they're
can't
that's what they're
believe it.
saying. That's what they're saying. Kanye said they're saying, because he used to be Kim used to be best friends with Laura Pippen, Scottie
Right,
Pippen's wife,
right.
and they're not friends anymore. And
Because
he
she
brought her
slept with
name
Scotty.
up.
Because she slept with Scotty. They all sleep with they friends. Man, that's why I say they don't like black friends,
You
lady
think?
friends for
Wait a
real.
minute. You think Chloe slept with Scotty?
Wasn't it Chloe? I'm gonna Google and tell y'all all the men they say she slept with. Yes, I am.
No, I thought they said that Laura slept with was trying to sleep with Tristan.
Maybe so. We'll see. All I know
Oh,
is
we
when
know,
you
we
Google
know,
her,
Chloe get down, and I think Chloe get down because she likes to be around a certain crowd of people. I don't think it has
13
anything to do
famous
with money for her.
13 famous men Khloe Kardashian has dated. Let me see. I'm gonna find a man. Yeah, while you talking, I'm looking at it. I'm finna start now. But I don't know
Hmm.
for sure. I don't. I was just saying something. I don't know if it's for sure if she slept with them. But about Tristan, he really don't want Khloe. He never did really want Khloe. That's why they were so upset when he tried to kiss that Jordan girl, the one that she said that she cussed out the young black girl that was friends with the little Jenner girl. You remember
Yeah.
the Jordan
No,
girl?
I know what you're saying. The problem with Chloe is Chloe has the same problem that Evelyn Lozada had on Basketball Wives.
Uh-huh.
Is that she fell in love with a man who don't like white women, or who likes black women. Every woman Tristan has cheated on her with has been black.
Yeah. And she
So,
was a one night stand anyway, wasn't she? Because she was trying to
oh,
make it
who?
into with the whole relationship.
No, they had a real relationship. But how she met him, I think when she tells the story of how they met, she reimagines the story, because the original story was she and Kevin Hart are friends, and she went to Kevin Hart's wedding, and Tristan's first baby mother, I think her name is Jordan too, or Jordy or something like that.
Yeah,
Jody.
Jordy. Yeah,
She
Jordy
is
Woods, and she was
no,
7 months
not
pregnant.
Jordy. Oh, they got the same name?
Yeah, her name is Jordy or Jordan. They got the same name as the young Jordan, the one that she said he tried to kiss
Yes.
that was Chris
So
Jenner.
but she was with they were together at the wedding. And when Khloe met him. So Khloe started dating that man even before the girl had the baby.
Yeah, she was 7 months pregnant. That's what I'm saying. And that right there was dirty Chloe because she don't know if they could have worked it out or not. She just wanted the black man. Now, one of the men she messed with, I found it, Odell Beckman Jr. Let me see. I'm going down. She was with Trey Songz for a short period. James Harden. We remember James Harden. That was one of her friends, man. If I read the stories, it'll tell you who they was with, but I'm just telling you the man. She was always had a crush on Rick Fox. Wow. French Montana, I believe. I remember that one showed on the thing.
Yeah, he was dating
Okay.
Trina. He was dating Trina when she started dating
Uh-huh.
her.
Matt Cap. He played basketball. She like all sport men, I'm assuming.
Oh, that's the one
Then the
that
game. Then
Rihanna
the
used to date.
game. I remember the game. Yeah, she was with the game at his first split, the game, naming all the men she's with. We know she was married to Lamar Odom. They showing that. She made out with Terrence J. Keep on. Let me keep going, y'all. She been with some men. Derek Ward. Wow. Rashad McCants. All these young sports too. Romeo Miller's did not dad. His dad didn't approve of their relationship. Romeo Miller, his dad absolutely said no. And many more. Now she done been with all these black men, and the most of them that I just named, she was once friends with their woman before they broke up. That's what I'm saying. And Lamar, I don't know how he got away. So Tristan, is young. So she had to go to the younger ones because all the older ones that went through her. Believe that. Y'all don't believe me? Google it. Are you still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She dumped Lamar because he kept publicly embarrassing her about cheating on everybody.
Because he
So
didn't really
she
want her either. I don't know why he married her. He didn't really want her either. Good morning, Fredo.
yeah, they married really quickly too. They married very quickly.
Well,
They
they
only
buy
dated
him. They think
they
all
only
those
dated a
men be
couple of months.
excited for money. But those men
Well,
already have money.
yeah, well, Lamar told the
Exactly,
story of
Ezra.
how he met her and he didn't know who she was. He just said at the time he met her, he was a big deal. And he said, he was like, well, of course she would want to be with me because I'm a big deal. So I don't think that she even knew who, her family wasn't as famous when he got with her. But James Harden, she broke up with James Harden because of Lamar Odom. When he overdosed, she was dating him at the time, but she left him. She was taking care of Lamar, and that just wasn't gonna fly. So that's why they
Nah.
ended up breaking up. So
Well, and every black man, like somebody just like you just said, that got with them cheated on her with black women.
yes,
So they, I don't get it. But they didn't want her in the first place. And I'm surprised at Tristan. And it ain't all peaches and cream with them either. Sooner or later he gonna start talking to because his family wanted him to be with the first lady Jordan, the other lady Jordy,
yes,
what the pregnant girl, and they don't like Chloe because they know too that she was dirty and wrong. From getting with him, knowing they could have worked it out. And that woman was 7 months pregnant when Chloe got with him. She didn't care. Now, how you think she would have felt while she was carrying his child, somebody got with him? That got to be the
Who?
worst
Who
feeling.
are you talking about?
I'm talking about when Chloe got with Tristan, the Jordy was 7 months pregnant. Now, how would you
Hmm.
feel? How would you feel? Chloe. I wonder how she would have felt if another woman would have did that to her while she was pregnant. You didn't even give him a chance to work it out. She might have been very hormonal and wasn't getting along with Tristan at the time. Once she dropped the baby, they probably was gonna get along. You know how we act when we pregnant. They wasn't having no real serious problems, but
Yeah,
she moved
yeah,
on in there.
but bless during her pregnancy with Tristan, Chloe's pregnancy with Tristan, when she was 6 months pregnant, he was cheating. It was a very public cheating because that's why they
No,
call
that's
him.
not what I'm
That's
saying, right to be told. I'm talking about how Chloe paraded him around while Jordy was pregnant. It must have really hurt her real bad. Now, I feel like Jordy getting it back because Tristan is not loyal to Chloe, is what I'm saying.
But Chloe got the same punishment. She got her karma back.
Yeah, she did. She
He did.
did.
He did the same. He did the same when Khloe was 6 months pregnant. He did the same
Oh, okay.
exact thing to Khloe. Is what I'm
Oh, that's
saying.
what you said.
Oh, he
Oh, see,
was
I didn't know
very. It
that.
was very. It was very public. He was in the
Okay.
nightclub and everything with the girl. Went home
Oh,
with her.
okay.
That was the first very public one because that's why. I don't know if you watch Alexander Rogers. That's why
No,
he calls him third trimester Christian. He calls him
not
third
really.
trimester Christian because every time you get to the third trimester, he seemed like he start cheating.
Okay, I
Oh
thought you
yeah,
meant.
no, he cheated on her very publicly. Yeah, oh
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
what
She
I
know
saw
exact. She
was
know
him.
exactly how Jordy
I
feels. She know
saw him
exactly how
making
Jordy
out with
feels.
two ladies, right? To be told, I think wasn't he supposed to be set up and two ladies was making out with two ladies, and it was show publicly. He was sitting down and two ladies went up there and tricked
Yes,
was
but
sitting
one
down
of
and
the
making out. That's what I saw.
yes, but one of the ladies he left with and was dating. Yes,
Oh, okay, all right.
yeah. Oh no, so she know exactly how I feel. Cause then she wrote this whole heartfelt moment, like, "Girl, bye. Nobody cares because you just did it months ago to the to another woman. So that's why nobody cared."
Wow. Oh well, she's
Yeah,
still getting it, and so far she's trying to have another second child with him. Talking about they're gonna do it through the
probably.
iron bank, you know. But
Mhm.
anyway, they trying to portray that they back together again, but I doubt it. So I'll be glad when he come out and tell all the secrets like the way Kanye finna tell everything. We're gonna be here for it because he already started telling some of it. He ain't got to the icing on the cake yet, but he's gonna get there. He's gonna be there. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm dropping this link
yeah.
again.
It's their relationship is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
It's
All of them
interesting.
are, but the only one that don't like the black man is the baby. What's the other Jenna? She's a model, but she like bright skin, high yellow black man because she was one of those guys on the team. I can't think his name. If y'all follow those little Jenna girls, what
Yeah,
is
you
it?
talking about
Not
no, you talking
Kylie.
about the not the youngest one. That's
Yeah, not Kylie. The other one. What is her name? Let me see. I can't think of her name. But anyway, she like bright skin men. And, so she's still like black though. I wonder why these people.
her name is Kendall.
Yeah,
But
Kendall.
they say that Kendall they say that they think Kendall's gay. And that that's what they think she's gay and that's why she just doesn't seem to you don't hear about her as much. That's why she keeps it
Oh,
real low key. Yeah, because she was dating the guy she's dating now, he had a girlfriend too, and she ended up getting with him while he had a girlfriend. And I think they said that wasn't really a big deal because they said they just waiting on her. Wendy Williams says it all the time. She's like, I'm just waiting on her to come out.
Oh, okay. That's some new news to me. Probably so. Okay.
Yeah,
But then
but
it's
you
not
see how the pressure of her family is. It's probably hard for her to just be like, let me be me, because you know how all the women in the family are. So
wow. But you know what? They need to let her come on out and live her life. Because that's going to give her a problem. Why can't she just be herself? If she gay, let her be gay. Ain't no big deal. See, they trying to, put on this persona. They this kind of family. And then the way Bruce transferring over, what did transfer her over to be a woman? I wonder why they so hard on her then. They must be embarrassed of her being gay. If she's gay, they got to know it.
yeah, well, I think that they're just a female dominated family, and so they just that would I don't know. I think that would look odd to them. The thing about Chris and Bruce though is I wish that Bruce, because he says he's been like this for a long time. Or he's felt like this for a long time. I wish he'd just came out when he first initially felt like he wanted to be a woman.
Well, his first wife said that he used to cross dress when he was
Yes,
with her. She held that secret for
yes,
years. She came out and said once he transferred over.
yes. I know, I
But now
know.
did you hear he want to go back
He
to
lived
being a
in
man?
secret for years.
Yeah, she held that secret. So now she only came out when he transferred. So she was even still loyal to him after that, after years. But did you hear that he want to transfer back into a man?
I read that one time, but I didn't think it was serious. Is he serious?
I don't know. And I don't know what made them think he was the most beautiful person to put on that cover of that magazine either. You know how they had him on the magazine?
I think they had him on the magazine for popularity, just to sell magazine. And I
Right.
think too, it's a bigger mission than him. Although people don't want to use him as the spokesperson, it is a bigger mission that there are a lot of people who want to come out. Like, just let them come out. So maybe if you see him and the media starts pushing this as normal,
Uh-huh.
then more people will feel free to be normal. And I think that that's more so why they picked him. So, anyways, just because his family is so popular. So
Well, that should have made his daughter comfortable enough to come out there, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
I don't know what's up with that.
What do you think about I don't really watch the Kardashian show because they're in the media so much that you don't really need to watch the show. But what do you think about the fact that Tamar said that her family show has been on for 10 years. I
Hmm.
watched every episode and I don't remember it being 10 years, but whatever. Um, she says it's been on 10 years, and the Kardashian show also shows sisters, and she's saying, and a mother. She said, how do you feel about the fact that she points out that the Kardashian show has no villain? And yet, here this black show is with this black family. They have to pick a villain in the show. Why can't they just equally show everybody's lives like they do the Kardashians? Do you think that's true? That as black families, we got to have a villain, we got to have a bad guy.
Could be true because every black thing when we watch, there's always a villain. There's always a villain. Whether it's a show, what you call it, whether it's for real or it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whether,
Mhm.
yeah, whether it's an act or not, there always got to be a villain. Look at Love and Hip Hop with all those black ladies. It always got to show out and act ratchet. The Kardashians acting ratchet. Look at the housewives. You always
Mhm.
got to have ratchet. You even have to have ratchet on the medicine wives. Okay, so
Right.
for me, now on there, you don't see nothing ratchet. So you're right about that. That's just what they've been thinking about us for years and years and years and years. It got to be a ratchet. It has
Yeah,
to be.
and my girlfriend and I had this conversation the other day because she was saying that she doesn't like Tamar's personality at all. Whereas, and I said, well, the problem I have I don't find a problem with Tamar's personality actually, but I feel like kind of to Tamar's point, if they show more of the storylines of the more details in the storylines of the sisters,
Mhm.
then they wouldn't have to show so much of Tamar reacting to little bits of it because her sisters really have really interesting and lives, but they don't show it. They always show Tamar responding to something small that they do, and then it makes it seem like Tamar's a drama queen. But I'm like, well, she's just a drama queen um, purely on editing because you guys leave out all the other stuff that the other sisters are doing,
Well, if they
like
don't show,
when
if
like
they don't, if they don't show Tamar acting out like that, the show would be boring. So maybe they picking out what they think is going to bring the views, and it does. We do want to see Tamar acting the fool because I remember when she first came on there. I used to think she's just a little bit too loud, and she flipped off about any and everything. And I've always wondered why they let her get away with it. Now fast forward up to now, now we
let
see why.
go, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say here's an example of what I mean. Tawanda had that husband that she only married because she gave up on love when her dad cheated on her mom. She gave up on love, so she married that husband who didn't have a pot to piss in,
Mm-hmm.
and he never had a job. He relied on Tawanda's paycheck of being a backup singer slash a personal assistant of Tony. They had the two kids. He never wanted to work. He always kept saying he's an author with no book that ever came out. He was a bum. He was a bum. Everybody in the family knew he was a bum. On several two occasions, Tawanda has been charged with stealing money from family members and laundering. I'm not laundering. What's the word? It's the word that starts with an E. Was stealing money from the family and moving the money around, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
also been charged. She's also filed bankruptcy several times. So on the show, they'll just show Tamar saying, Tawana saying, I'm going to get divorced. I'm just kind of tired of living like this. And then Tamar's reacting to it. But Tamar's really reacting to all the foolishness, all the things she's saying about that bad marriage. They don't show that. They just show Tamar's reaction. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, well, is she too much or is her action appropriate to what y'all cut out?
I think it's appropriate for what they trying to portray on the TV. Because, like I said, they would be uninteresting if they didn't show Tamar. I seen the divorce. She did to one. To finally did get the divorce. But what about
Yes.
Gabe? What about Gabe? I think all of them had bum men.
Gabe,
Well, except for
Gabe,
Tony.
Gabe, Gabe, Gabe is dead.
Oh, he
Um,
did die. Yeah, but wasn't he? Didn't he didn't work either,
but
did he?
they didn't even show that when Gabe was on the show, he was constantly cheating on Trina with transvestites online. They didn't really show that he was, got more fame and kept cheating. They don't really show all that. So when Tamar is saying, "Oh my God, you getting back with him again?" They act like Tamar's a drama queen. There's nothing dramatic about my reaction is not dramatic if I'm reacting to all the crap you go through, all the crap you lean on me and talk about, and then when I make a comment on it, I'm the drama queen.
Well, I never knew he was online doing it all like that. I knew he was
Oh
weird.
yes, oh yes, oh yes. He
Oh,
was
so
get
they hid
he.
that very well because a lot of us
It was
didn't
on the
know it.
first. It was on the first or second season when she first came on there and said they was breaking up. It was because after the first season, the transvestite that he was messing with came out, and he was like all online. Yeah, all online having a good time, having a good time. And they and they
Wow.
and they kind of hid it. So then so like I said, then their relationship just wasn't the best. Those weren't his two kids. Although I think he did treat the kids very well.
Right.
Those weren't his kids, and he started getting kind of like, now that they're getting famous, he want to do more. She was trying to speak out, do more. She wanted to do that bar chicks. And then the thing about Trina and her relationship was Gabe worked in IT, so he made most of the money. So he financed everything Trina did. So Trina didn't make a lot of money as Tony's backup singer. So when she started bar chicks, they had that huge thing about her wanting control of it, but Gabe was the one that paid for it. So
Oh,
so
okay.
it was just all to me. Sometimes my mom jokes with me because she says I act like Tamar. I'm not depressed though, so that's a whole nother thing. But so just the comments that I make on people, and I said, well, if y'all didn't have that foolery going on in your life, I couldn't comment on it. Like, don't get mad at me because I comment on y'all trash. That's not my fault. So that's why I'm like, I understand why she's I understand why it's like that, but I did say she made a good point when she said, well, why when you have another family show that's very popular, doing very well in the ratings, such as the Kardashian, you don't have a villain on that show. You're not portraying anybody on that show is wrong. And we could point and we just sat here for the last 20, 30 minutes talking about the different stuff going on with that family, but it's not
Right.
portrayed in a negative light on the show. So
So,
that's
well, we done been on Kanye and Tamara. Who else
Chloe.
trended? Tommy Lee's daughter with the pregnancy. What do you think about that? We didn't speak on that with you, did I?
Well, I didn't follow that story a lot just because I heard that Tommy's upset that her daughter is pregnant.
Okay.
And the thing about it is Tommy's a trash mama.
Right.
And not as a productive as an adult as she should be. And remember, she's the one that got the 14, 15 different arrests.
Right.
She's the one that was on drugs and drinking. She's the one that scammed and swindled and stole money to get all that plastic surgery done. So you can't put that much effort into all of that and still raise your children. So now when you turn back and look at your child and see that you think that she's made a mistake, well, were you there to help guide her away from that mistake? So I can't I don't even I can't even tolerate or put a lot of thought on trash mamas who one day wake up and want to preach. So
I
I just
wonder.
kind of was like, whatever.
I wonder if she's getting ready to be on another show or something because she waited till her daughter got 6 months pregnant to talk about abortion. So I don't, I think that's a front for something else. But everybody know the baby fully developed at 4 months, and she's saying she don't want her daughter to go through what she went through, you know. But her daughter, what is 16 or 17? Her daughter
Hmm.
wants to have her baby. And I wouldn't make my child and then like I said, well, maybe she don't want the child to make the same mistake. Well, that's the case. Why didn't you tell her in the first month, second month? Why you wait till baby develop to start talking about don't have a
Did
baby?
did she did she wait or did it come out publicly late?
Uh, no, Tommy came out publicly saying it. You can look up the story.
No,
Tommy
I'm saying
came.
did Tommy say that she waited till about 6 months to talk about it, or did she just now come out
She just now
publicly?
coming out talking about it is what I'm saying. I'm
So she
saying, I
probably told
wonder.
her back when she was 2 or 3 months. She probably
That's
told
what
her
I
early.
just said. I'm wondering why she's coming out with that now. Is there a ulterior motive behind it or something? I'm pretty sure
I
they
don't.
said the baby is developed, and she told her it's not too late to get an abortion. They talked about, so I don't understand that. I'm pretty sure they say 6 months. I'm gonna look it up while I'm talking to y'all. Make sure I'm not misspeaking and saying it's wrong.
Yeah. No,
But
she might be that far along, but I'm saying that she probably did talk to her about it early on, but it's just not coming. The
but that's
conversation is
just now
coming on
coming out
social
with it. I
media
mean,
now.
come on now.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's the timing in which they're making it public is bad. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, but I understand. I understand all parents who are upset by pregnant people, by pregnant teenagers, because you still have to pay for that teenager. You
Well,
so that's a lot.
and they showing pictures of her belly. Tommy Lee's daughter, Samaria, announced her pregnancy a few weeks ago. The 17-year-old returned to the headlines yesterday when she said that despite her mother's alleged attempts to trick her into having an abortion, she plans to carry her child. And she's showing her belly. Let me see. I mean, come on now. Why y'all want to talk about it now? She's 17. She can have a baby. She still can go to finish school with her baby.
But she gonna be on her mama's finances.
Well, she can get a job too when she had that baby and go to school.
And who gonna babysit the baby?
I don't know. She had to figure that out.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. That's what
okay.
I say
I'm
when
glad.
these when
Wait a
these
minute. I'm glad
teenagers.
you. Wait a minute. I'm glad you said that because she said when her mother was asking her the same question, "How you gonna take care of baby? It's hard to have a baby." Her daughter said, "There's a such thing as a." She didn't say the word welfare. What's the name of that medical? She says a such thing as that. The medical that the welfare give you.
Hmm.
That's what her daughter said. So she relying on that. She said, "Yeah," and she tweeted it too.
That's
So,
a sad way of life that
uh-huh.
you as a teenager already talking about living off the system.
Yeah, that's
When
what she
all you
said.
had to do was go pick up a $3.99 condom. That is a sad state of affairs.
She
And I'm
got
not
that.
saying that teenagers cannot have kids. I'm just saying teenagers in general are just short sighted. And when you have a child with no job, you and your mother is still taking care of you. That means that now you're adding extra financial burden on her. And they can say all day long we're gonna go in the system, but that I don't know where she lives. I do know where she lives. She's in Georgia, but here you don't get on the system quickly. So you're a financial burden on other people. And yeah, you may one day come out to be a great parent. Your child become a great people. People are very successful in pregnancy, but they can't negate the fact that you are a burden on other people.
Yeah, but that's what she said. But I know in California, when you're pregnant like that, young girls do go get on aid while they carrying their baby. They'll get some food stamps. They get their medical and a little money. Then after they have the baby, they'll get their money, whatever they allow one person in the child, and their medical and her food stamps. So that's what she planned on doing. She said because her mother, she don't
You
know why her mother talking like that. There is a such thing as getting on aid to have a baby. She said that. So her
there
daughter.
there is, but I'm talking about it. You can go get that aid quickly. I'm talking about
No,
housing.
I'm telling you what her daughter said. Her daughter came on the
No, no,
Twitter.
no. I agree. You can get on that aid. I agree. You can get on that aid quickly. I'm talking about housing. You
Oh,
are
she
not
gonna
getting
get
housing that
well
quickly.
9 out of 10. She probably gonna go sign up for Section 8 too. She gonna do all that the way she sound about having it with the system. Getting no aid. She'll probably do the whole 9 yards.
It takes you years for your number to come up in Section 8 in Maryland. Years.
Well, in California it does too. Because I've
Yeah,
heard
that's what
people
I'm
say they was
saying.
on
Like
there
so
5 to
now
10
I got to
years.
live with you and your child for years. So I would have a huge
No,
issue
but
with
then
that.
they also have something out here called a homeless program where they go get a voucher every week. They'll pay for them a motel room or whatever, voucher for a week, for 3 weeks while you look for a place. When you find a place, you just move and paying your rent because they'll pay the last in the deposit. It's called the homeless program out here. I've known people that did that too. So that's why they say California get the most money on welfare. It's true. Although they have dropped it a little bit, but they do you know. And that makes these ladies lazy like that. They do that. So she'll probably do the whole 9 yards. I don't know what state you said they're in Georgia, but I know California do
Yeah, they're
that.
in Georgia. They're in Georgia. I want to know, Lori, Alex, congratulations on being successful and your child being successful. I want to know when you went to college, because I had a few friends that got pregnant in high school, and their parents had to take care of them. And I know it was funny because people like my mom and her friends, they used to say, we're on an 18-year plan. You know, each child is out here at 18. And so it wasn't fair when my friends had babies and then the babies had to stay, or that's an extra person the parent is having to worry about when they go off to college. So it's like, well, because my friends that went to college, their kids stayed at home or they stayed local and went to school, but they had everybody had to chip in to be a babysitter because of this
Well,
decision.
when my niece went to work and had her children, you also have welfare pay for the babysitting too. And I know in Las Vegas it was $500 a child, you know. And then if the nursery costs more than that, the parents can make it up. When you find something that's willing to accept that like that, though, she's gonna do the whole 9 yards. The fact that she mentioned she can have a baby on welfare, she's gonna do the whole 9 yards. I
She
don't know
is.
if they pay for it in Georgia, but they pay for babysitters out here too. I know because, like I said, I did a daycare and I had children that were on aid to get state paid.
Okay, here's my next question, Bless. I'm gonna leave it alone because y'all can tell how I feel about teenage pregnancies and the everybody else who's affected. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. When I don't care about the money. I know the money is very important, but just like a lot of parents who say, you know, the father or the mother pays child support and but they don't help do anything else. I'm talking about all the additional help that comes, not finances, but all the additional help and it's a burden in other ways. Time, energy, it's a burden in other places. I'm not talking about the finances. Yes, you can go get us a whole bunch of assistance, financial
Yeah.
assistance. But what about the other time and effort that everyone else has to kind of conform to help you out? And if you're a good parent and you're a great family, you are going to conform and help somebody out. And it's not going to be it's going to wash out in the end, but it is a burden.
Yes, it is. And that's how they say some of these ladies. I think the system make them lazy like that. They're gonna get everything that the system got to offer you.
That's
And those
great,
are the
Lori.
kind of people that Tommy Sotomayor talk about. How ladies have these babies just so they can let them get money. And some of it's true. Some of these young ladies still do that. But I wonder how they was raised for them to only think, that they want to do. They don't think beyond that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, but well,
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't want to just left and then have a limited amount of money, can't really do other stuff. I wouldn't want to do it like that. Okay, but with that
Listen,
said,
even at my age now, I'm already sitting over here talking about who would help me take care of this child if I had one at my age. So that's why I couldn't imagine being a teenager and somebody running behind me calling me mom. I could not imagine. I could not imagine. And people do it, and again, they have very successful parents. My mother got married young, um, and so she had me not too far after Lori had her child. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. My dad was in the military, but it's not. It doesn't. The young marriages happen. I'm just saying. I mean, young pregnancies happen, and my family definitely stepped in and helped us out a lot. But I'm just saying, like, it would be ideal not to be in that situation. And so I can
wow.
understand Tommy being upset. I can understand her being upset from a mother's standpoint. But again, Tommy's a trash mother, so she can't really she can't
And then
really
again, why? And then
I don't
again,
even want to
why
hear
did she
her.
wait so late? Why did she wait to this time to talk about it? And she knew for months she was pregnant. So that's why I wonder: is there ulterior motive? Is something else going on? The reason why she want to come out now? I'm wondering about that too. But with that
Yeah,
said, though, right
I
to
see
be
what you're
told,
saying.
with that said, right to be told, I've been on here now
Hmm.
hour and 9 minutes. I wanted to come on here and talk about the
Okay.
reality stuff. Check this out. It's only 8:35 here. So when I do come
Oh,
back, I'd probably be talking about the YouTube stuff. But this morning I didn't, like I said to y'all, I just didn't feel like talking about the same repetitious stuff that we've been talking about. And I don't have to watch it. I can predict what the talk is about. You get what I'm saying? So it just went in my spirit, you know.
no,
And
it's a it's a breath of fresh air. I really
right,
haven't I haven't watched many people in the last um I'm going on 2.5 weeks. I watch you, I watch Lady Nika and Duchess and James when he does his cleanups because they're funny. But for the most part, I haven't watched anybody else.
I'm assuming maybe Spilly Boy taking a rest too, because he hasn't really been coming on a lot either. He came on about 3 days ago with about a 28-minute cleanup. Sometimes you got to fall back. Lady Nika come on not as much, but I don't think she's gonna come on.
James has got his business going.
That's right. So
He
he
got
really don't
that
have
bit
time. He really don't
right.
have the time, and I be busy too. Lady Nika
Yeah, he
come on when
making
she
that
have
money.
time. And it just, I don't know, it just sometimes you need to give your spirit a break. Isn't that right, y'all?
Yes, yes.
You
No,
do.
you're right.
Yeah, you're
Protect your
right. So
energy. You need to
then
protect your
there's not a lot
energy.
going on. And of all people, for a little bit over 2 years, Jay
Hmm.
Wilson trying to change, y'all. Have y'all noticed that? He's trying to do something different.
He came back. He came out around um mid-June and said that no, wasn't a lot long. It was around the 4th of July maybe, and he said that he was going to use his voice to do other stuff. That's what he said.
Right. Because
Yeah, he did.
but I guess everybody get tired. But this this was what he did from the first time he came on over here. Well,
Yeah,
before this, he was
yeah.
trying to do Bible study, whatever. And then when
Hmm.
that wasn't working, like y'all know who he called Chase to start building himself. We all know that story.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now he's trying to do something different. Because I was wondering what happened to him. And I peeked over there. He's doing something different. So if he really is, well, kudos to him. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
yeah, he's really trying to change. Then I wonder is because his boot tired of him sitting up watching him talk about mess, 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 mess. You just never know. Or he just need a break. Because like I said, it do get tiresome because lately I ain't been watching that. And when I have watched it, it's the same old thing with old file over there. And I don't want to talk about it, just nothing to do all that. So yeah, my soul, my spirit needed a break for that for a minute. Who knows though? I might stroll around and find something different, come back later on. But I
Well,
appreciate you
I
for
I
coming, girl.
appreciate the break.
Yeah, I do too. You know, this was really pleasant today. I don't even think my mind's at to block nobody. You know what I'm saying? And people ain't gonna watch you when you're doing something positive, which is cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just don't want to have to just do all that like that. You just want to come on and
Yeah.
talk about something going on in the world. So this was quite interesting, and it's gonna keep going on. So I appreciate you coming on here, co-hosting with me, girl. I always
Thank
do
you so
appreciate you
much.
when you come, right? To be told. Thank you, everybody that did come. I don't know. I want to try to keep up with the lights because I'm not gonna keep begging for the lights. But if anybody decide they want to bless me, they can. If not, it's not required. You know what I'm saying? If you
Hmm.
do, all my information is right here. Thank you guys for coming. I guess I will go ahead and dance out of here because I
All
did.
right, I'm going back in the chat.
Okay. All right,
Bye,
babe.
everybody. Bye,
Bye.
Lori, Alex, my favorite mod.
Yeah, she's good. Whenever yeah, she's good. But she been experiencing. She had a lot of experience in it too. But all of them are good though,
They
because
are, they
Tammy
are.
and Phenomenal said I think they said neither one said they mind before, but look at them, girl. They be on top of
No,
it,
your mods are doing very
huh?
well. Your mods doing very well. Manny's another one I
Yes,
see
they
a lot of
are. For them
places.
to
They
say
do
they
very
never
well.
minded before, for them to say they
Yeah,
never minded
very
before,
well.
it took me a few weeks to catch on. I'm telling you, I didn't
It's
know.
not an
I
easy
looked.
job.
Yes, and I looked over there and saw the three dots one day, and I was curious. When I did that, I said, "Oh, that's what your girlfriend did on." I think I moderated for four of the most notorious persons over here in the beef sector, and they start calling me
Yeah.
trigger fingers and all kind of names. Which in reality, I wasn't really
Sniper.
blocking nobody.
Bless the sniper Watkins.
Yeah, I wasn't really blocking nobody. That was that J Love person over there, like, but they're putting it on me. But it's okay. It's all good. Y'all
No,
can
what
start
I think
dropping.
what it was, what I used to see was when someone said block, you
Huh?
had the quickest finger to block. That's
Yeah.
where I got sniped. That's where I used to say, "Ooh, she a sniper," because
And
they were like, "Oh, she got him," because it was you. Not to say that you just
but
picked and
yeah.
chose who to block, but when someone said block, you were the first one to do it. So that's why I think you got the nickname.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know how to do it, girl. But when I started
Yeah,
doing it, yeah, I did. And it got to the point where I can just smell a troll. You can tell when somebody gonna be a troll just how they start speaking. When they first came on here, it's like
hmm
I start smelling, and that's why I had to bag up right now and let my mom handle this. Because at first I'm studying the chat with them, but see today I bagged up. I didn't really show all those comments. I ain't do all that.
hmm
I try to bag up. They know what they're doing. Bless their hearts. That's why I will be blessing them with something pretty soon. I got, I want to start sending my mom's little things here and there.
Oh,
As I
okay.
grow, I really do. But because this is not a paid position. This is if you trust somebody that's gonna help and you trust them, they're gonna do their best because they like you, and so I
Exactly.
do appreciate them, and they know I appreciate them. I really do. So
Hmm.
I'm growing. I'll get there to do what I need to do with them too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
No,
getting there.
you're doing great, blessing. When I was thinking about this when your niece came on the other day, branching out into other um topics and other kind of sector not sectors but sections of categories is great because um when you have moments like this where you're just tired.
Yeah,
you can
right,
still you can still come on and still have stuff to talk about. Whereas there are some channels, and I said this a year ago, there are some channels that they don't have anything else to talk about. They can't bring a crowd at all because they've stuck in one spot
right.
and on
And
one
I don't
topic.
want to be
So I
stuck
think it's
like that.
good that you can do stuff, other stuff.
And I don't want to be stuck like that because originally I
Exactly.
wanted to do mukbangs, but somehow I just fell in the mess sector, and I think it's because of what I came. But that's okay, you know. And then when I go over there to try to study the mukbang sector, they messier than us over here. So
They,
that's why I
that's
say
a
this ain't no
whole. That's
messy
a
sector.
whole. Listen, Blast. That's a whole nother video. You should do a topic on. You should do a topic on the mess in the other section. I remember a long time ago. I'm gonna let you go after this. I remember a long time ago. SB was saying that there was a YouTuber that came out, and her channel shot to very high numbers really quickly because she did drama in other sectors, and she would talk about all the dramas in the beauty sector and all these different sectors. And
Right.
her thing now, and they came after her and got her channel shut down just the same way we do. But I thought it was so funny because I was like, oh, she was covering somebody else's, what they call a sector's business, and it was so funny. But they do. I go in the beauty industry, side, and you should see them fighting all the time. It is
Exactly.
a mess over there.
It is a
It is a
mess in the
mess.
mukbang sector. Got this one lady always mess every day. Y'all, I spoke on it. I don't care if I said her name Tasha. There's always a mess going on over there in
Hmm.
the car. Girl, I've been strolling around because, like I said, I wanted to study that mukbang sector. And
Yes,
girl, I said, oh,
I follow the true crime sector, and again, like I said, we could have this conversation another day. I follow the true crime sector, and they fight about whose version of the story is best. And I'm thinking, well, you're supposed to be helping these family members get, solve these unsolved mysteries, or just get the word out about how about the victim's life, or celebrating the victim's life. And you guys are fighting about who got the story out first, who didn't tell the right version. It's just everybody who does a video on similar topics fights. They all
yeah.
fight.
But I'm gonna play my
They
music. We
do.
keep talking as we going
All
out. Y'all
right.
get ready to drop them diamonds.
Okay. Bye,
I got
everybody.
yo. Let me see.
I know.
Uh,
It's
so
lunchtime here. I'm about to go grab some lunch.
yeah, what time is it? I'm gonna get me some breakfast now. It's 8:41. So
Hmm.
I probably will come back later on. You know, I usually don't come on this early, but I've been waking up early, like I said. So, and I'll be just sitting
Okay.
around
Well,
waiting.
thank you again,
Okay,
Bless.
then. Thank you guys for coming. Drop the diamonds
Bye,
as we go out.
everybody.
Bye, everybody and all bodies. Drop the diamonds, y'all. We on our way out here. Hey, y'all. Y'all see I'm still in my gown. I had my brew while I was talking to y'all. I had my Ventico water. Now let me go in here and rustle up me some breakfast. Rustle up me some bitters. Salute.